Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to the downfall of Dollar Tree. What happened to Dollar Tree? They stopped being a dollar. That's what happened. Man, Dollar Tree used to be the place you go when you only had like $20, $30 left, man. You try to stretch that shit to your next paycheck, bruh. Went in the Dollar Tree today. Nigga, I ain't buy nothing but some cleaning supplies, bruh. Just some cleaning supplies. Some wipes. You know what I'm saying? Some wipes, some sprays for the countertops and shit like that. Some shit for the mop. You know what I'm saying? I go out, I leave the store, I go to the register, shit, $15. Only how the fuck we get to $15? I digress though. But anyways though, without further ado, let's get right into this.
Dollar stores originated in the 1950s when the first Dollar General opened in Springfield, Kentucky with the promise of selling every item under $1. A revolutionary idea that was so successful that it motivated numerous others to open their own version of a dollar store. Today, in the United States, most of them have consolidated into 3 national chains, and despite the confusingly similar names of these stores, there are distinct differences between them. In 2021, I had a lot of fun making a video that focused on many of these differences, probably one of my favorites. For Dollar Tree, I said that the stores tend to be slightly bigger, less reliant on consumables, usually found in suburban communities like
now they really about to be in the suburbs because they get rid of all the ones in the hood. They said, nope, we getting rid of all the stores in the hood. Y'all gonna have to come out to the suburbs if you want to go to Dollar Tree. Like, shit, we ain't checking. The fuck? Niggas ain't checking for Dollar Tree no more. Y'all fell off when y'all made everything $1. When y'all went above $1. Once y'all went above $1, y'all lost us. But shit, it was over. Like when y'all was $1.25, all right, cool. We can accept that. Y'all went up $1.50. All right, now y'all $1.75. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. We ain't doing that shit no more. Niggas broke. We trying to stretch a 20. You know how hard it is to stretch a 20 on one with 175? That's terrible.
near a large discount retailer like Walmart, and I said unlike the others, they have stuck to that $1 price point. Well, only a few days after I released it, Dollar Tree made the controversial announcement that they would be raising that base price to $1.25. I mean, can you believe that? After decades of famously selling everything for $1, they decided to raise prices by 25% and coincidentally make that portion of my video almost instantly outdated. I was kind of upset about that, but it turns out it was only the beginning. Looking back on exactly 4 decades of Dollar Tree history, I would say that these last 5 years have by far been the most eventful. Just looking at their stock price with wild fluctuations representing billions of dollars in value, we can see that investors are not sure what to think. Like in 2022, it reached an all-time high before plummeting to a 10-year low in 2024. On one particular day in September of that year, shares dropped 22%, marking their biggest daily decline since 2001 and making it the 3rd worst performing stock on the S&P 500. And things have continued to fluctuate from there, currently on the upswing, but again, it feels like anything can happen. They have been implementing these aggressive turnaround plans with some positive results, but I don't know, long term it is hard to envision a clear direction yet. My intention for this video is for it to be an update of the previous one by highlighting some of the biggest uncertainties that they have been dealing with over these last 5 years. Starting off with their leadership, because there have been so many changes. I
think recently Family Dollar separated themselves from Dollar Tree. They bought themselves out.
quickly get boring if I went into all the details here, but I can summarize it by saying that 3 CEOs have left their position since 2020. That is pretty wild. See, toward the end of 2021, the company was feuding with an activist investor called Mantle Ridge. They own 5.7% of Dollar Tree common stock and essentially called for an overhaul of their board of directors along with a review of their business strategy that Dollar Tree felt was unwarrantedly aggressive and hostile. Yeah, well, after a few months, they came to a settlement where their board of directors was expanded from 5 to 12 people, and one of the 7 people added to it was Rick Dreiling, a former CEO of Dollar General, who then went on to become the CEO of Dollar Tree the following year, only to step down for health reasons 2 years later.
Damn.
Also, shortly after that settlement, their chief financial officer of almost 14 years, along with other high-ranking executives, left the company, and his replacement has also since left the company. Do you get the idea here? These are major changes that keep happening over and over. So Dollar Tree has been dealing with a lot of drama and lacking stability behind the scenes. They have been making some big changes at the store level, so it would be nice to have a leadership team with consistent vision and execution. Another uncertainty lately has been their distribution system. I don't have too much to say about it, but things have been changing. Consider that even though there have been all these struggles and fluctuations lately, Dollar Tree has pushed through it and continued to open new stores. Over these past 5 years, they have opened over 1,000 of them, with 400 new ones planned for 2026.
Yeah, because they're getting all the rid of the ones in the hood. They said all the ones in the hood, they getting taken out. It wasn't, we gonna put a bunch of them in the suburbs. Yeah, we want to cater to them now because they the ones with the money. Y'all ain't spending money with us no more. Yeah, because you went up in fucking price. What you expect? The fuck you think we was gonna do? Think the hood was gonna do? Just keep shopping there? Fuck no. We're gonna go to Dollar General.
Obviously, they need to have a supply chain in place to keep up with their growth and get merchandise to all of these stores as efficiently as possible. As you could imagine, a store that competes so heavily based on price requires an efficient operation, and there have been some complications with it. Notably, one of their large distribution centers in Marietta, Oklahoma was shut down after being hit by a tornado in 2024, where thankfully no one was hurt. They have been working to rebuild it and say they plan to have it reopened by 2027. They have also recently opened a 1 million square foot distribution center in Litchfield Park, Arizona, that they say will support 700 stores across Arizona, Colorado, Nevada, New Mexico, and Utah. Along with these new centers, they have been investing in updated technology and utilizing AI for inventory management. All of it is meant to support their growth and help them become faster and more efficient at keeping those shelves stocked. Going back to the list, I have to mention another major change recently has been Family Dollar. As I'm sure you already know, they are one of the other 2 national dollar store chains that was actually acquired by Dollar Tree in 2015 for $8.5 billion. For a while there, it was looking like Dollar General would have the winning bid, considering they offered more money, but there was regulatory concerns considering how much larger Dollar General was, so the victory went to Dollar Tree. And looking back, I don't know if victory would be the right word here. Partially because, well, Family Dollar has not been performing too well, and partially because those distinct differences have made it difficult for the 2 companies to mesh together and take advantage of potential efficiencies. They tried opening these combination stores, literally split down the middle, which to me anyway seems really cool. They even put a picture of one on their 2021 annual report labeled as a new chapter, 2 iconic brands, 1 very big deal. But in the end, I guess there simply was not much reason for any of it. The company reported major losses in 2023 and 2024, mostly due to impairment charges and closing costs related to Family Dollar. In 2024, it was big news when they announced that they would be closing almost 1,000 stores, mostly Family Dollars, and in 2025, they announced that they would be finally giving up on the chain, selling it for around $1 billion, which, if you remember, is way less than they bought it for a decade earlier. If you want more details about any of this, I recommend a video I made about Family Dollar a few months ago, but what I'm really trying to convey here is that a deal that felt so promising at the time turned out to be a disaster, to a point where many people have gained more more confidence in Dollar Tree now that they are separated. The company is refocusing their full attention on the original chain at a time where it really feels like they could use some special attention. Next up on the list is something that has been affecting almost all businesses, especially retailers and especially dollar stores: economic uncertainty. Tariffs have been a part of it, given the fact that a good portion of their merchandise is imported from other countries, specifically China. At one point last year, they said that the tariffs could potentially cut their earnings by 50%. However, this year they received over $100 million in tariff refunds, so just more ups and downs. But the biggest economic issue facing Dollar Tree, of course, has been inflation. Again, unlike the other two national chains, Dollar Tree has never specifically targeted lower income individuals, but lately, as a response to inflation, they have been leaning more toward higher income customers than ever before. Many of these new stores are opening in wealthier communities, including their 9,000th store in Plano, Texas. They say that 60% of their new customers earn over $100,000 per year, which is really not what you would expect, right? But the logic behind it is that wealthier people tend to watch their spending more when things are touchy economically, so that represents a large group of people that are out there looking for deals. Chipotle has been exploring a similar strategy, so even though it might sound counterintuitive, it is not unheard of, and it might end up being a smart way to move forward, leading me straight into the final uncertainty on my list: price. Dollar Tree started out in 1986 as 5 stores under the name Only $1, and from the beginning, that was the gimmick. Everything cost $1.
How much for this Revlon shampoo?
Everything in the store is $1.
Wow.
Believe it. Everything's $1 at Dollar Tree.
But realistically, how long can they possibly expect to maintain that? Because $1 in 1986 is more like $3 today. And they have used some clever methods over the years to keep the prices low, scaling in size, operational efficiencies, selling lower quality products or lower quantity products. I mean,
Brother, they've been selling low quality products for years now. That ain't never changed, bro. They've been selling low quality products for years now, bro. They sell you a small ass jug of laundry detergent that ain't no bigger than this, bro. Brother, no, they've been doing this. This ain't new. They've been cutting costs for years.
I have seen packages at Dollar Tree where I was shocked to see they even made a version of it that little. As I said in the beginning, they ultimately raised that $1 price point to $1.25, but they didn't stop there. They had already been experimenting with items priced up to $5 at 100 select locations that they called Dollar Tree Plus. And over these last few years, they essentially renamed that program Dollar Tree 3.0 and expanded it to over 5,000 stores, which is the majority of them. So today, even though they say 85% of their sales still come from items under $2, most of the stores are selling items for up to $10, which would have been unheard of just a few years ago. On the positive end, the $1 thing was simply not going to last forever, and the opportunity to shift toward a higher income demographic may have been the perfect opportunity to transition away from it. But on the negative end, they have been alienating a lot of their customers, and I would argue losing their identity to an extent. To me anyway, these stores feel noticeably different than they used to. They say that these wealthier customers do not go shopping there as often, but they tend to buy more stuff when they do go shopping there. Maybe reflected best in 2022, when the transition was aggressively implemented, their customer traffic decreased by almost 4%, while their change in average ticket increased by over 13%, averaging out to about a 9% increase in comparable store sales. So even though the price changes seem to result in fewer customers, they reported higher sales overall, and their comparable store sales have remained positive for each year since. Let me know in the comments, what do you see for the future of Dollar Tree? Will they continue expanding and find success and stability with their new approach, or will they...
Man, they finna be eating good. Dollar Tree finna be eating good. They moving into the suburbs. Clearly they have a market that they want to tap into with the more upper class people that don't like to spend their money. So clearly they tapping in. So I guess they found a strategy. They like, we want to cater to people in the suburbs, not in the hoods no more. Y'all ain't even buying our shit. But it's like, y'all went up in price. Y'all used to be the spot where we would go when we was trying to stretch a 20 out, bruh. Niggas spent all their money on bills and shit. Look at this. Had to pay the rent, had to pay the light bill, had to pay the water bill, had to pay the car insurance. Shit. God forbid you financing a car. God forbid that. Shit. By the time you through, shit, you probably ain't got nothing but like $40 left. You know what I'm saying? And shit, you can't go to Guatemala. You can't go to Guatemala. You can't go to the grocery store. So you got to go here. You know what I'm saying? Come here, try to stretch it out. Try to buy a few hot dogs, a couple of noodles, some hot dogs, some spaghetti, some mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? You try to stretch this shit out. At least until your next paycheck, because then your next paycheck, I done paid all my bills. Now all I gotta do is I can go to the big stores. You know what I'm saying? Like, it used to be the spot where you used to stretch a 20, bro. You can't even stretch a 20 now, bro. It is what it is. But they found a niche, though. I mean, if the wealthier people are willing to come to a place like Dollar Tree and spend less, hey, I say go for it. I ain't tripping on it. I just think it's fucked up that y'all went away from $1. But I digress. But anyways, though, that's just gonna about do it for this one. Dollar Tree. I mean, let's be for real, bro. Dollar Tree ain't been good in the hood since they went up from $1. They ain't been good in the hood since, bro. Everybody been turning to Dollar General. Dollar General has been holding it down for the longest because they're the only one that still got $1. They're the only one that still sells shit for $1. Not everything in their store is $1, but they got $1 section. But they sell a bunch of shit for $1. So it's like, if I can get it for $1 here, why the fuck am I going here? But I digress though. But anyway, so that just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, just